Imagine a philosopher who believed that ideas should help people solve real life problems. That philosopher was John Dewey, one of the most influential American thinkers of the 20th century. He was not only a philosopher but also a psychologist, educator, and social reformer. Dewey wanted philosophy to be practical and useful in everyday life. Dewey was a leading figure in the movement called Pragmatism. Pragmatists argue that the value of an idea depends on how well it works in experience. Instead of asking whether a belief matches some perfect reality, Dewey asks a different question. Does this belief help us understand and improve our life? For Dewey, human beings are active problem solvers. We constantly face challenges, make decisions, test solutions, and learn from the result. Knowledge is not something fixed and complete. It's grow through experience, experimentation, and reflection. This view shaped all of Dewey's major ideas. His philosophy influenced many fields, especially education, democracy, ethics, and religion. Dewey believed that people learn best through active participation rather than passive acceptance. This understand his philosophy, we must first explore one of his most important ideas, his unique understanding of truth. Many philosophers have asked, what is truth? Traditionally, truth was often seen as a perfect correspondence between our ideas and reality. Dewey approached this question differently. He believed that truth is not something waiting to be discovered forever unchanged. Instead, truth develops through inquiry and experience. According to Dewey, people encounter situations that create doubt or uncertainty. When this happens, they investigate, gather evidence, and test possible solutions. This process of inquiry helps transform confusion into understanding. Truth emerges from this practical effort to solve problems. Dewey often preferred the term warranted assertibility rather than absolute truth. A belief is warranted when it has been carefully examined and supported by evidence. This does not mean the belief is perfect or final. It is simply mean it is the best conclusion available at that time. Because knowledge grows, today's conclusion may be revised tomorrow. New experiences and new evidence can improve our understanding. Dewey saw this not as a weakness but as a strength. A society that remains open to correction is most likely to progress and solve its problem. Think about scientific discoveries. Scientists test ideas, examine results, and change their theories when better evidence appears. Do you believe human knowledge works in much the same way? Truth is not a finished destination. It is part of an ongoing journey of investigation and learning. This dynamic view of truth reflects Dewey's broader philosophy. Human beings are always interacting with their environment and learning from experience. Since knowledge grows through inquiry, it is natural that our understanding continues to evolve. This emphasis on experience also shaped Dewey's view on religion and faith. When people hear the word faith, they often think of organized religion. Dewey, however, developed a different idea that he called common faith. He wanted to separate the spirit of faith from specific religious doctrine and institution. Dewey believed that many religious traditions contain valuable moral ideas such as compassion, cooperation, justice, and hope. These ideas can inspire people to improve themselves and society. For Dewey, their value did not depend on accepting supernatural belief. Common faith referred to the confidence in humanity's ability to grow, learn, and create a better future. It is faith in human potential rather than faith in particular religious teaching. This faith encourages people to work together towards shared goal and social progress. Dewey argued that people experience movement of inspiration, commitment, and purpose in many areas of life. These experiences can occur in education, art, science, community service, or social reform. They do not have to tie to traditional religion. For Dewey, the religious attitude is a way of approaching life. It involves dedication to ideas that help individuals and communities flourish. What matters most is not belief in specific doctrine, but active commitment to improving human life. This idea connects naturally with Dewey's philosophy of truth and inquiry. If people can learn, grow, and solve problems together, then society can continually improve. Nowhere did Dewey apply this belief more passionately than in the field of education. John Dewey is perhaps best known for transforming modern educational thought. He believed that education is not merely preparation for future life. Instead, education is life itself. Learning should be connected to real experiences that students encounter every day. In traditional classroom, students often memorize information and repeat it on exam. Dewey criticized this approach because it encourages passive learning. He believed that students learn best when they actively participate in meaningful activities and investigation. Dewey's famous principle was learning by doing. Students should engage with problem, experiments, project, and discussion. Through direct experience, they develop understanding more deeply than through memorization alone. For example, instead of simply reading about science, students could perform experiment. Instead of only studying society from textbook, they could participate in community projects. Learning become more effective when knowledge is connected to action. Dewey also view the classroom as a miniature democracy. Students should learn cooperation, communication, and mutual respect. Education is not only about acquiring facts, it is also about developing the skill needed for responsible citizen. Teachers, in Dewey's view, are not merely authorities who deliver information. They guide learning experiences and help students think critically. The goal is to encourage curiosity, creativity, and independent problem solving rather than simple obedience. Because every student learns differently, education should remain flexible and responsive. Do you believe schools should adapt to student interest and experiences? Learning becomes more meaningful when it is grows from real question and genuine engagement. Dewey's educational philosophy reflects all his major ideas. Truth emerges through inquiry, human beings grow through experience, and society improves through cooperation. Education becomes the process through which these principles are put into practice. John Dewey transformed modern philosophy by emphasizing experience, inquiry, and practical problem solving. His concept of truth highlighted the importance of evidence and continuous learning. His idea of common faith encouraged confidence in human potential and social progress. Most importantly, his philosophy of education shows how learning can become an active, democratic, and life-enriching process. Together, these ideas continue to influence education, philosophy, and public life around the world, reminding us that knowledge grows through experience and that human progress depends on our willingness to learn, cooperate, and improve. If you are still watching, I hope you are finding this content useful. Please like and share this video. Subscribe to the channel and share your thought in the comment. Your support motivates me to create even more content like this.